All right, welcome to this weekend horoscope for April 24th to the 26th. So we have the first quarter phase of the lunar cycle in Aries this weekend, or we enter it in this weekend. We've got the all this energy of Aries, which is this whole lunar cycle of action, drive, momentum, initiation, confidence, courage, all this energy being activated. And whichever area of your life that is for you personally, it's very much about this, about setting intentions. It's about confidence and moving forward. So now with this third quarter phase, we come to our first challenges of the lunar cycle, which is where the moon squares up to the sun in the original position. So this is just natural because Cancer is the squaring energy of Aries. So they're very different, Cancer and Aries. You have Cancer, which is the energy that wants to retreat and protect and go within and do more of the introverted thing, whereas Aries is very active, very outward and in your face, like very energetic. So the key here is to find within ourselves that balancing point of how to work with both of these energies so that one doesn't go to any extremes and that they're synergized. And so the way to work with this, if you think about it, it's just having that middle path between the introverted and the extroverted side of things, between the emotional side of things and the much more passionate or active side of things. So whichever area this is for you personally, finding that middle path, that balancing point. And my suggestion would be, with this emotional stuff, with Cancer, which is where the moon's going to be, it's going to be a very important weekend for that. Bring your emotions out into the open. Bring them out into your actions, into what you're involved with. And in this way, you'll find that balancing point. And again, it's a challenge. It doesn't have to be difficult, but it's something that does take effort and conscious orientation to do. So that's the overall theme of the weekend. On Friday, we do have the moon going to be in Gemini here, which is Friday, communications, learning, teaching, writing, sharing. In fact, I really recommend this stuff. Learning, picking up the book, doing some speaking, one-on-one connections, one-on-one interchanges. All this stuff is not only in flow because of the lunar cycle, but we have a very supportive transit here on Friday involving Mercury, who rules Gemini, which is about those same things. Mercury is going to be sextiling up to Chiron. So Friday and Saturday, I really recommend all those mercurial Geminian things. I think you'll find that very healing because there's an opportunity here with Chiron saying if you do these things, whatever it is for you personally, it can be very revitalizing. You can feel healed in that overall process. But it's an opportunity. It's not a given. So, do recommend it, but it's nothing you're going to be forced into. But it could be something that you might be feeling very good about once it's all completed, once you do it. So that's the Friday and Saturday. Now on Friday in particular, we do have some nice aspects. We have the moon sextiling up to Mars, which is, I think, some good confidence we'll have on Friday. Sextiling Mercury, again, I think we'll have that mercurial energy. And one challenge of the day, though, is we have the moon squaring up to Uranus. So one thing I want to speak about in terms of that is if you're feeling a little bit of anxiety or a jittery kind of energy, or a breaking free kind of energy, that's just the nature of the square from Uranus to the moon, especially when the moon is in Gemini. So the best advice I can give for that is with Uranus in Pisces, it's about remembering a lot of the stuff we learned during the last lunar cycle, which was the eclipse cycle of Pisces, about surrendering and letting go. And there's a lot of this energy too because Chiron is actually transitioning into Pisces as we speak at the moment. So a lot of this Pisces energy is actually helping us and assisting us over the weekend. So again, releasing, letting go, going with the flow, meditation, having that peace and presence, relaxation, all of these things I think we'll find very supportive. Now that's Friday and Saturday in terms of the Chiron and the healing specifically on Friday. But on Saturday with the moon in Cancer, we do have a supportive element from Saturn. The moon will be trining up to Saturn, so I think everything relating to the goals, the ambitions, the drives that are done in a very long-term, stable, grounded sense. And this is what Saturn is going to be assisting us with. So if we can find, especially with the emotions, because the moon will be in Cancer, if we can find that nice patient, pragmatic, long-term, disciplined path to our feelings and everything we're involved with on that level, that's going to be the support on Saturday as well, especially because we're going to have that squaring up of energy between the moon and the sun. So on Sunday, we've got all blue aspects, except in the very late evening. We do have a square up to Mars, but that's still very much about, again, the balancing of Aries and Cancer here. So I think in the evening, just be sure to do that. That's quite late evening for most of us. But the whole day is actually very supportive. We've got the moon conjuncting up to Jupiter, very expansive when it comes to our feelings and support there. Optimistic, I think, will be on Sunday. A nice support of our life path, sextiling the North Node, and a trine up to Uranus, which is really nice, and a sextile up to Venus. Now, this is what makes Sunday very, very special, actually, is we have Venus sextiling up to Uranus. So this is a day of mixing things up, trying something different out of the ordinary, especially with relationships and especially about the simple enjoyments of life. We've had Venus transiting Taurus here, where she's going to have that sextile up from Uranus, which is about the simple pleasures. It's about enjoyment. It's about, relaxation. And so anything on that level of, again, mixing things up, trying something new there, I think you'll find very enjoyable. And it's really just about mixing up the routine. So whatever that is for you, again, it's a sextile opportunity, but I would really recommend it. Lots of sextiles this weekend. One thing I want to bring to your attention, too, is we do have Mercury transitioning into Taurus on Sunday evening, going into Monday as well. So I think naturally the early part of next week will start to shift more of what we're thinking about in terms of the initiations and all that drive of Aries and into more of the grounded, sensual, relaxing, material, financial even elements of life, which is a very nice place for Mercury actually. And so I think it'll ease things up in terms of a lot of this very energetic energy. But next week is going to be very energetic as well. But yeah, it looks like a nice weekend. I hope you guys have a fantastic time. I would really recommend pushing forward, finding that balance between Cancer and Aries, doing some of that reading, writing, mercurial stuff on Friday and Saturday, and then on Sunday just mixing things up. All right, I'll talk to you guys next time. Let me know if you have any questions. Take care.